We're back, and this is, as we say in the high-tech business, where the magic happens. Remember our old Dell Optiplex OPAC that we took apart, put the second Ethernet card in, and set to boot from the network? Well, here it is. We're sitting here. We've built our server. We probably spent a good day on the server. In our instance, we haven't done anything. It's just a default setting. But you can go into the server and you can configure it. You can set up a different user and build a different desktop. The beauty part of working on the server, of course, is you're only doing it once. But for the sake of this, we've just left it plain. You can go and play with it yourself. There's a lot of good documentation. But where the magic happens is we take our old 400 megahertz Celeron Pentium 3 workstation, and we have taken out the hard drive. We put in a second NIC card, and now we're going to turn this into a really usable computer that you can use for adults or teens or kids. So in this instance, we're just going to have to say, yes, we want to boot. It's going to boot off of, you notice now that it's booting off into what's called PXE, or pre-boot execution. It loads up into Linux, and as if by magic, we have a diskless, hard drive-less, indestructible-less Edubuntu workstation. Piece of cake. Total investment, probably an afternoon to get your software downloaded, another few hours to build your hardware, and you shouldn't be uncomfortable building hardware. It's really not hard, and like I say, you need a Phillips head screwdriver and some compressed air, and that should probably do most of it. Again, you probably want to do it with bigger equipment than we're doing here. We're doing it with Gates computers. We're doing it with old Optiplexes. But as you can see, with a minimum amount of effort, and in our instance, we said we were going to build a $100 computer lab. In our instance, our investment was $0. Cost nothing for the software. We've already paid for the computers. We've had them for 7 years. We paid for them over and over again. We might have spent a couple of bucks to get CDs, you know. If we don't have Ethernet cards, we can get them on Craigslist for about $1 a piece, or you can get them on eBay. You might want to put some extra memory in. But basically what we've done, the only expense we might have is we might not have a little 6-port hub lying around, and they're about $40. So you're looking at well under $150 to create this lab. And I think what you'll find is that your users will really not know the difference as long as they are able to get on the internet to meet their educational and informational needs. And basically what that means around here is go to MySpace. As long as they're able to get on the internet, they'll be happy campers. Now, because we're booting on a slow computer on a slow server, it's going to take us a while to remember who we are. But the point is that, as you can see, we've brought up a Edubuntu client. If you're doing it with better hardware and so forth, it will go a lot faster. So try it. You'll like it. You'll find the sense of community. The documentation is there. You'll find that there's a sense of community, and sooner or later this computer is going to start. But you know, we know it works because we saw it earlier. So we'll see you in a minute, and we'll talk about what may be problems.